Hello, this is Crinstar, and today I am looking at Machine 2 within Bitwig. The reason being is that Native Instruments, last video, if you saw it, I bought a Machine hardware and I couldn't get the software license because basically there was a 60-day transfer thing on the seller. Good news, obviously the Native support got back with me this morning. 6 a.m. my time, which is really probably roughly like sometime Germany in the afternoon. They asked me for a bit of my information to prove that I own the things, photos, that kind of stuff, and snapshot of me buying it. And lo and behold, boom! I got the license transferred to me. This thing is actually pretty stupidly cool. I think it actually is worth the frustration and the ranting of the last video. In fact, I'm probably going to take it down. Basically, that was a rant video or a vent video. Just to vent my frustration on buying something used and not being able to get to play with it. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that, but or I mean, everybody can identify with that. But realistically, I'm here to talk about some really cool stuff we can do with this software. This software is from what I heard, is actually more meant to not to be a standalone DAW, but or at least in the earlier comments that I found, where a lot of people don't assume this to be a DAW. This is more of a beat making or idea creation type of thing. I see it a lot like Isotope's break tweaker. And I'll actually show you why in a second. And this comes into one of the coolest things about this thing that I like, and the reason why I bought it, by the way. So Break Tweaker, if you don't know, is by Isotope. It's like a drum machine. So one of the things that you can do is load up the presets in here and then preview. Okay, so that is to say that basically it's a contained drum machine, or a solution that allows to bring in some like other MIDI or other style of things to bring in and basically give you a cohesive beat created by other people. You can make your own, but realistically, the way I use it, I just hit one of the presets and I go with it. Okay, so the reason why I bought the software is because of the same thing here. You got these projects, and basically it'll load up these projects. That'll come with sketches and ideas and patterns down here. And it syncs with Bitwig. So if I hit play, and right now there's a whole bunch of lights going on in the machine controller. Now you can get these with, these are project files for Machine, and you can get them with buying the expansions like Complete and stuff like that off of Native Instruments. And as you can see, I got quite a few of these suckers. Let's discard. And basically you get new pattern, new scheme, and it's all within Bitwig. So basically if I wanted to change the sound, want to do a couple of outs, so there's basically outputs on this, so I can have different tracks going to different outs, and do kind of, it's a self-contained little sound device. So think of it like a little external MIDI type of thing, but it allows you to realistically produce something and have somebody else's ideas kind of in here to be as a launch pad, if in case that you can't, or if you want to learn how to, these things that they give you, these sounds, learn how to actually use them together in a context. That's pretty cool. You don't have to do the project. You can go here, go hit new, start off with stretch, much like in Bitwig where they have scenes. This should look familiar. This is kind of the clips in here, and basically every one of these is a pattern. So let's we could do groups, and in the groups, this right here is considered a group, and I can add another group. This is a totally different group. And basically what I can do is I can load it, right? And then I could just use pretty cool. I could just use it without it in the patterns and actually record my own patterns and stuff like that. But if you click on the patterns here, it'll give you the pattern. Also, it doesn't give you the ideas up here or the scenes or whatever the clips, but it does create a pattern for you when you load it. So when you go to Squarespace. And all of a sudden you got something ready to go back into Bitwig, and you can go on to another instrument over here and do what you would normally do in Bitwig, and then have an accompaniment of drums here or whatever you have in here. So that's really cool. Two of the main reason why I wanted this so bad is because I found out that they had this, and it kind of like, oh, so I got all these free midis that I'm not doing anything with. Oh, okay. And then I need to buy this. Okay. So realistically, really cool. One of the other things, if you notice right here, there's a bunch of NAs right here. So there's some host integration when it goes into Bitwig. So one of the things that you could do is you got sounds, we got instruments, a lot of instruments here, and if you want to load in more instruments, you can. These are all NKI compatible instruments. Pretty cool. All you have to do is go into here, pick a preset or a setting, and drag and drop. You can actually preview these. I learned how to do that earlier today on the device itself. So let's say that I go to browser. Of course, you're not going to see it, but so you should actually see this thing change over here. I'm not going to do anything, and look, it changed the tape choir. So give me a second. I'm not changing my mouse or anything else, but it's now loading, and it's... Get ready for this. Anyway. It supports opening up this things, but actually for what I wanted to focus on is right here. All of these things right here, you can adjust and mess with on the device itself. So let me get into a part where I can. Let me take it off the browser. So there we go. And if you can see it, I'm adjusting. It looks like all four of them are linked. And that's probably because due to the instrument having it linked, but basically, oh yeah, it probably is linked. Let me try another instrument. No. Go synthesizers, and then... Let me do that one. All right, so it's going to load up. And notice that they're all different now. This is loaded by Arturia CS80 V3. So if I click on this, we can actually see it. It's loaded two-part splits. And so it's got different things. And if I come and actually turn off the browser again. And I could do this, but one of the cool things that I wanted to show is that you can sit here and click on host, and click on enable, and it will show up down here and allows me to use it with Bitwig. So now I can do like the add an LFO or something, and then tie it. And as you can see, it's moving it off and on. So it's actually pretty simple to get Bitwig to modulate Machine 2 type stuff. And overly simple that as long as it's NKI compatible preset or system that you're using like Arturia and obviously most of, if not all of Native Instruments stuff, and a couple other things. Let me see if I go to vendor here and show. So we got Native Instruments type stuff. We got Arturias. This acid box is pretty fun. I have to do that. This one caused some really weirdness when it loaded, by the way. I don't know what that's about. Impact Soundworks, love them. These are all compact instruments, or contacts, sorry. Synthmaster is a NKS compatible. Tape Choir and actually UJAM's Amber. I got a couple of UJAM instruments, but apparently this is the only NKS compatible one that they have. This one's actually pretty cool. But it goes in and does it. And so in here is where the actual plugin stuff is done, and you can sit there and turn off and on plugins and turn it off, and then grab it and then go in here and say, hey, here's all the rest of the plugins that are not NKS compatible, but you could still load them. And so the last thing I'm going to show for this video is I'm going to load Reason. Reason's really fun in this concept. So if you actually think about this, I am loading Bitwig, which is loading Maschine 2 software, which is loading Reason. And then Reason's got its stuff going on. So if I want to say do an object modeler, velocity sensitive pad. So I can do enable pitch bin. That sounds really funny. Okay, so what happened here is I went from keyboard mode to pad mode on my native, on the Machine 3 hardware. And in pad mode, you got all of these things that are actually a part of the pad, and so that's why it switched from the reason here, because I only have it loaded on the first sound, and then it goes to the second sound, third sound, and it uses as a uh, sort of just a sound of each single key, so it allows you to just put it on a single key. Let me get rid of this pattern. Actually, no. Of course, every now and then it comes to where I'm having a bit of issues with this. I don't think this is enabled. I think that's the problem. No, that's enabled. Is the group? Ah, that group wasn't enabled. All right, let's go back. ping pong. But at any rate, I know at a point where I lost it, I lost it. So at any rate, pretty fun. I really like this. I think it's going to be a fun toy. Let's just be honest, it's a toy. Um, do you need it? No, not really. Uh, is it frustrating? Yeah, it's a little frustrating, but overall, I think if you get your head wrapped around it, you could probably see the benefits or positives of this. I know I do initially, but then again, this is probably just I'm the opposite of buyer's remorse. This is me going, ooh wee, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, and then I'll do all of it, and then well, is it still gonna be pretty cool? I don't know. I got a bunch of other hardware that I really liked, that I thought was gonna be awesome, and then well later, I barely use it, but this is actually pretty cool. Um, I do like it. I really do. I think that it helps Bitwig out a lot. Reason also, as you can see, I can incorporate it with Reason and Bitwig and get all three of them going in this wonderful sound creation type thing. Overall, pretty freaking cool. I really like it. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Thank you for listening. I really do appreciate it, and I will catch you later.